Hi there. I've done a couple videos on this same subject before, but I just think I would like to make it a little clearer, maybe. Um, so, some people are used to working on canvas and paper for acrylics, um, and I love to work on cradled panels. And cradled panels are, and this one's not unpackaged yet. Um, they come in just about every size. This one, because I'm so close to the camera, this one is 16 by 16, and it's American Easel. That's the brand. I get mine from Blick. American Easel is very reasonable and affordable, and a cradle panel means you have a panel of wood, and it is attached to side pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic off. That's the cradling, because see this? It's got, this is the back of the front, and then it's got these wonderful support edges. And this one is extra deep so that I can have a little bit more of a dramatic look with my painting. But the most wonderful thing about it is you don't have to frame it. Once your painting is done, you're done. And I like to, I will show you what I do with the sides, but I like to leave these protected with painter's tape, which I can't live without. And then in the end, once I have completed the painting, then I will go over it with polyurethane. But a lot of people can stain it, you can paint on it, you can do all kinds of things. This can become part of your artwork. So anyway, what I do is I will just set this over here. I need, if I lift my camera up, I can't quite see what I'm doing. So here's one that I have taped off. I use for this particular one, extra wide, 2-inch painter's tape. And I put one on the side because this actually is 2.5 or 2.25 deep. And a lot of times I go with 1 5/8. But this is, like I said, it's going to be dramatic. So then I do one strip around, and then a second strip. As you can see, there's a line here, and then that just folds over. I have protected the back and the sides so I don't get paint on there. And then what I do is I take a big spatula like this. I mean, they're called all kinds of different names. This is actually a cooking tool, but you know, a bowl scraper will work. So what I do is once I have the edges taped off, then I apply the gesso. Now the gesso that I like to use is Utrecht artist acrylic gesso, and it's professional quality. It's reasonable through Dick Blick, and I love it. This big gallon I paint all the time, and this lasts me a long time, and it's worth it. So I'm just going to quickly tape off the edges so you can see. I hope that isn't too loud for you. I get kind of picky where it lands on here. But like I said, it's really wonderful. And you know what? Even if you're a watercolorist, you can mount watercolor paper on here. I have another video about this, and you can mount watercolor paper on here, and it's structured and beautiful. And again, you can seal your work, but you don't have to frame it. It will be on this wonderful panel. Okay, so I probably didn't show you any of that. I'm so busy working on it. And then I'll take the next level. I'm going to put it here. I've got to move this camera up. It's just, you just can't see enough. There we go. So, does it belong here? You can kind of tell I've done this before. Okay, and then I just tear it off. Now, beautiful thing about this is I can just flip it down, flip it down. And you know, it's funny, but these little tips, you know, just knowing those instead of trying to figure it out on your own, which I had to do, just makes things go so much faster. Now, for some reason, I tore this and I don't want that torn, so I don't know how I did that. I'm just gonna overdo this. There we go. Okay, so now I'm ready. Get it kind of off. You can sand this prior to putting on the gesso, but for me, when I apply the gesso, it lifts up the grain anyway. So I will sand following the drying. And you can put more than one coat. I find that I get it pretty well sealed with one coat. Now, if you want, there's something in here making a line somewhere in here. If you want a more textured application, you could use a brush or even like more of a sponge brush. Some people put on a thin coat of gesso and then go back over it with another heavier one. Something there. But I just pretty much get a very even, fairly thick coat the first time so that I can produce a lot of paintings faster than just, you know, coat after coat slowly. And I've never had an issue with it. So get this on here all the way around. And like I said, I have another video like this. But this one is a little bit more close up. And oh, this is so pretty. I can see that it's all covered. I have a few marks on here. But now I'll got a whole bunch on here, so I'm going to kind of apply a little bit more. But now what I will do is it'll be dry by tomorrow, and then I'll sand it. I've got 2 panels ready, and I'm going to start 2 large flowers is what I'm doing right now. I never thought I'd be a flower painter, but I do abstract up close flowers, and that has been very successful for me. So anyway, this is a quick tip about what a cradled panel is. You can see that. It's got depth and dimension, and you don't have to frame, so that's a real bonus. So good luck and happy painting. Bye-bye.